this character's journey, see, she's not chasing an orgasm.
Yeah.
She's chasing love.
True.
She thinks the reason she can't find love or the reason she meets like weirdos, we always blame ourselves. This is her reason of blaming. So, okay, maybe because I've never felt it that I can't find love. Maybe I'm incomplete.
Yeah.
You know, because we're constantly made to feel like we are not good enough or like, you know, something is missing in us. Why can't it be the boy?
True.
You know, even with everything that I've achieved in my journey of singlehood, if I've not had a good experience, there's a lot of self-doubt that creeps in.
A big Bollywood crush.
Big Bollywood crush.
Since your
Shah Rukh
childhood
Khan.
days. Always, na? Okay.
Yeah.
A
And
film-
Abhishek Bachchan.
Really? Wow.
I was
Okay.
crazy about Abhishek Bachchan.
Did you tell him?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know if he knows, but like I think I have.
Hi Bhumi.
Hello.
Welcome to News 18.
Thank you.
So like we were discussing, you're going to have a party soon.
Yes.
To celebrate, thank you for coming.
100%. I just have to get the dates of all the girls
Yeah.
who have now like gone back to Delhi. Kusha Shahnaaz are here, but Shibani and Dolly are back home. Shibani will be back soon. I have to get my director's dates, my producer. My producer is here only.
That's nice. That's so cool. Okay, so the last time we spoke, that was a few days before
Yes.
Thank You for Coming actually released. You told me that you're not somebody who reads every comment on
Yes.
social media or on the internet.
Yes.
But tell me, have you been reading the reviews?
I have.
All of them?
Most of them. Honestly, the nicer ones. Why should I lie? But I have been reading all. See, this is that film because look, for this film, something like this has not really come out before.
Right.
This genre, something that is a chick flick in this genre. You know, so this was a bit of a. We're also thinking. We're also like, okay, how will people react? What will happen? None of us. We don't have a precedence to this.
True.
You know, and that's how I was reading everything, and yeah, so as I said, I take all the love and the criticism in my stride. Have to, we are actors.
Yeah.
You know, so there will be people that will agree with the art that you've put out, there will be people that will disagree with it. What keeps me going are all the people that agree with it.
Of course.
And the things that people didn't like, I'm like, okay, we'll work harder the next time.
But did you agree with that section of people saying that the film in a way tried to sort of equate women's pleasure with women empowerment? I mean, that's
But
not.
isn't it not?
It's one off.
You know, it definitely is
Yeah.
one off, right? And my thing is that the umbrella of feminism is very large.
True.
You can't put any boundaries on it. You know, and women's sexuality is a very, very big part of it. See, this is not the first time I've done a film on sexuality. I've done a Love Stories with Zoya.
Yeah.
You know, that also spoke about the same thing, but that also had class divide in it as one of the narratives. In this film, along with sexuality, we have a lot of other themes also that are going, and definitely it is owning up to your sexuality and going away from the sex that you are born into. I'm speaking of just as a gender that you relate to.
Yeah.
Owning up to your sexuality is a very, very big part of empowerment. You know, understanding what you like, what your desires are, what you don't like, finding the voice to express it is a part of empowerment.
Absolutely.
You know, so for me, look, that's the part of the film that I connected with. That was the reason that I did the film. Obviously, it is a part of the conversation that makes people very, very uncomfortable. That's why it is sush most of the time. And a lot of people think it's not important because if the same problem was with men, would it not be important?
Of course.
It would be important, right? So why is it? So I'm like, look, change does not happen overnight. You know, it's not like suddenly people are going to see this film and they're going to be like, oh my God, I thought so wrong or I'm so incorrect and, you know, fair. But I feel like this film is going to start some conversation, and it has.
Yeah. I mean, that's what matters really.
Absolutely. And look, critiquing a film, absolutely. Shaming a film is wrong. You know, so when you speak about our culture, or like, this is what you're trying to teach the generations to come with, and there's nothing wrong in it. So if you go see the film, you would know. But getting violent, with your choice of words is not acceptable. You can't shame
or take personal takes.
So for me, what genuinely hit me a little, I was like, dude, this has gone beyond what they feel about the film. This is about, and that's why I feel like somewhere it was important even for my producers to speak up, that you can't shame our film.
That's true. I was speaking to Ria, just a day after your film released, and she said that, I have this tendency of working with the girls who I cast in my films, if I develop an emotional connection with them. And she did develop some kind of connection with you. There's a solid friendship there. Will we see you working again with her?
Hopefully, 100%. If there's an opportunity that comes up, I trust her immensely. I have not met any human being, this is not even a girl-boy thing, she's a very, very intelligent girl. She has a lot of perspective in life, which I feel people are missing. And I've found a great friendship with her, and she's definitely a bouncing board to me.
Right.
She holds herself with a lot of dignity, as do I. So I find that comfort in her. She respects my ambition.
Yeah.
She respects my craft. She sees what a lot of people maybe don't see in me. And I would, even if tomorrow she comes and she's like, Bhumi, there's a special appearance in a film of mine, will you do it? I would do it, because that's how friendship works.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, Bhumi, there are 2 scenes in the film I would want to talk to you about.
Sure.
And I think it was really brave and courageous of you. The one being the night after you wake up, the next morning, and you're like, I actually, had, that kind of an orgasm.
Yeah.
And so you go to the bathroom, I think, and then you're just looking at yourself. There's a scene where you take off your clothes, and that's like a defocused shot. Did it involve any kind of apprehension on your part for scenes like that?
No, I did not think it through.
Okay.
I don't know, for some reason I have a lot of faith in our audience, and I have a lot of faith in the fans that I've made. So even if you see that scene, you can't see anything.
Yeah.
It's like a silhouette.
True.
And honestly, I was clothed when I did it.
Yeah, sure.
I was fully clothed.
Yeah.
So that's why the aesthetic of the filmmaker comes in, right? Because he told me it's a silhouette shot, But, and you can see like a bit of stomach popping out. It's not like there's some perfect body girl that's standing there. And I thought that was beautiful.
Yeah.
Because none of us are perfect. At least we stand, actually no, I'm sorry, I would like to rephrase that. I think all of us are perfect, but we might not be perfect by the standards that the society has made. And it's these small themes that the film also celebrates, and I was very comfortable. I was like, I don't think people are going to see this in a cheap way. I really trusted Karan. I trust Karan. I still trust Karan so much, because I know even when we were doing the orgasm scene, which I think is shot so beautifully.
Yeah, I was coming to that.
Okay, sorry. Then I'll let you ask your question.
No, please tell me, because what was your thought process? I think it was shot so well,
so beautifully.
Yeah, so aesthetically.
So he told me, Bhumi, it's only going to be your face.
Yeah.
He's like, but this character's journey, see, she's not chasing an orgasm.
Yeah.
She's chasing love.
True.
She thinks the reason she can't find love, or the reason she meets like weirdos, we always blame ourselves. This is her reason of blaming. So, okay, maybe because I've never felt it that I can't find love. Maybe I'm incomplete.
Yeah.
Because we're constantly made to feel like we are not good enough, or like, something is missing in us. Why can't it be the boy?
True.
Even with everything that I've achieved, in my journey of singlehood, if I have not had a good experience, there's a lot of self-doubt that creeps in. But because of my girlfriends and my sister and my mother, it's thrown out of the window, and my career.
Yeah.
I'm like, no, Bhumi, you're okay. You stand for the right things. But Kanika is a way more vulnerable character. She's not had that coming of age that I've maybe had.
Right.
And we all do, we all have it at different ages. I mean, look at her, she's like, early 30s. She lives with her mother and her grandmother. She's clearly independent, but still extremely dependent on her family. So am I. She's flawed. She makes mistakes. She creates a mess every now and then. She is not the most appropriate person. She gets drunk and she creates a ruckus. She's a bad drunk. I know so many people that are like her.
I know.
We all have had a phase of Kanika Kapoor.
True.
And I honestly, this was the first time I found representation in a film. Look, I have done characters in the past. Most women, actually all women that I have played have been empowered. They fought for a cause. They have stood for something. They've had a voice. But they all were from a different strata that I didn't know of. So I had to work to become those women. Kanika could be my best friend. I could be a part of her group.
Yeah.
I've seen these girls. They are my friends.
Yeah.
So just because they belong to the city life, you can't ignore their problems. You can't behave like, oh, these problems are not real because they're superficial, because there's so much more that we all are dealing with.
Like
first world problems.
Yeah.
We all are dealing. I'm a woman. I am in this fight with you. But you can't dismiss my problems as unserious.
True.
My sexuality is of extreme importance to me. Because it is the barometer through which I judge my relationship, mutual respect for each other. Why do women most times have such a why, if you speak to, and I'm again generalizing, but in my ecosystem, a lot of women don't associate positive connotations with their sexual experiences. Because many a times at a young age, it's forced upon them, or they are abused, molested verbally or physically, or they just don't know if they're supposed to derive any pleasure out of this.
Right.
And I'm speaking of women in a wide range.
Right.
Right. So it is just not about the orgasm. It is just about, yes, the want to have sex is empowering, and to be able to put it out there is empowering. Because it is something that you are made to believe is not your right. This is not meant for you. This is for the boys. You're only supposed to service them. So where is the equality? It's not there, right?
It's not there. You're right. But Bhumi, on a slightly different note, a lot of conversation, the good ones I'm talking about, I'm not going to the negative ones, about this evolution of Bhumi Pednekar as a true blue fashionista.
Yes.
When did you tap that fashionista in you, and how much is Rhea Kapoor responsible for that?
I've always had that chaska for fashion. Okay. Because the films I did, nobody took it seriously. Even with the stylists that I worked on in the past, and I'm so thankful to them because, they honestly came and aided me. But I don't think people understood that I love fashion.
Yeah.
I put a lot of thought into what I'm wearing. I love it. It might go right, it might go wrong, it doesn't matter. But I love it. From my nails to what makeup I'm doing, my hair, I love it all. I can sit in a vanity for 4 hours also and get ready. There's no problem. Really? In fact, there's a joke, even if ever before shoot pe I'm like, guys, I'm not feeling well. Everyone is like, yeah, sit in the van, once your makeup starts, you'll be absolute. And that happens, it changes my mood. And I think the reason behind this is also because growing up, I didn't ever feel, oh, I'm beautiful.
Okay.
Even though my mom, my family, my dad, but I didn't look like what other conventional, popular, beautiful girls look like, right?
Yeah.
And then I would spend a lot of time in front of the mirror putting makeup on. And it would give me a different kind of a confidence, and I'm not ashamed of saying it. That's where my love started, where I kind of started experimenting with my clothes. I would actually, every weekend as a teenager, I would go out, right? Whenever I would go out with my friends, I would start doing DIY clothes. And in fact, even early years of my career, there was so much DIY stuff we did because I could not afford stylists or clothes. So everything was my mom and I putting things together.
Oh.
Yeah. And But then over the years, I think it kind of started also with my, there was a girl called Pranita Shetty who started styling me.
Okay.
I really found a good camaraderie with her. You know, so I feel like that change kind of started there. And then, you know, kind of Ria came into my life and she's like, oh my God, you're nothing like what I imagined you to be. I was like, yeah. I was like, okay. And as I told you, you know, I found somebody who just understood me.
Yeah.
And then it just became, and she gave me perspective. You know, and because of her, like even another stylist that I work with a lot is Mohit, who is amazing. Mohit Rai. Yeah. And he also kind of then, because with Ria I kind of found what I like and what works for me, and she gave me perspective on a lot of things related to fashion, so I could now start working with other stylists as well, because Ria is a friend. You know, she does it out of love.
Yeah.
But then when I started working with Mohit, Manisha, Chandni, you know, all these people, because I had clarity on what I want.
Yeah, right. Okay, so, you know, after this, what's next on the plate?
I have two really phenomenal films releasing. One is with my director Pati Patni Aur Wo. I have done another film with him. I can't give you more details, but it's in the same genre. Family, entertainer, rom-com, madness. And one is a film with Red Chillies.
Okay.
That is called Bhakshak.
Okay.
The films were announced and both these films would release in the first half of next year.
Okay. Well, there are some reports that you're part of Pati Patni 2. Is that true?
I don't know. I hope I am. It's a very, very special film to me.
Okay. Okay, so Bhumi, you know, before we let you go, we'll wrap this up in 1 minute, okay? As many as you can answer in 1 minute. So you have to be very quick and honest.
Okay, I'm ready.
Okay. Your first big splurge?
Oh my God, my first big splurge was a Gucci handbag.
Okay. The weirdest reason you were rejected for in a film?
Just for the way I looked.
Looked?
Yeah.
Okay. A big Bollywood crush?
Big Bollywood crush.
Since your childhood days? Always, na? Okay.
Yeah. And Abhishek Bachchan.
Really? Wow. Okay.
I was crazy about Abhishek Bachchan.
Did you tell him?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know if he knows, but like I think I have.
Okay. Okay, a film that changed your life?
Dum Laga Ke Aisha.
Yes. Okay. The last time you cried?
The last time I cried, now 2 days ago. I had a fight with my sister.
Okay. All right. Your next trip, where is it?
I don't know. I've not planned it.
No? Okay. Your BFF in the film industry?
Ria.
Okay, last one. A dish you can cook really well.
I can cook stories. I can't cook. I really can't cook.
Really?
I can't cook.
Okay. Well, okay, no problem. But anyway, we've crossed the time limit now because we, I think, stretched the whole Abhishek Bachchan thing. It's okay.
Did you have more questions?
Yes. It's okay, not a problem. But thank you for being such a sport and really looking forward to everything that you star in going ahead.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Hello, I'm Bhumi Pednekar and you're watching me on News 18.